in the channel. Today we are gonna be talking about Shin Megami Tensei, pretty much all the Shin Megami Tensei games here. Just kind of fair warning, I guess. I don't really want to use the word warning, but I won't be rating the persona characters. Those will be just ranked separately in a list that I already did. So just kind of wanted to give a heads up on that end, because I feel like some people are just gonna be like, where are the persona protagonists or whatever, and then I'm gonna have to be like saying the same thing in the comments again, right? Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump right into this video here, because we do have quite a bit of people, and yeah, and hope everybody's having a good day. I do appreciate everybody coming in and checking out my video here. I know I haven't been doing too much in this kind of stuff lately. It's just kind of been a little bit of a busy period in my life right here. And also, I have not played a lot of Shin Megami Tensei games, the older ones, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to actually be able to tell you, oh, you know, I like this one a lot, or I don't like this one a lot, you know. It's mostly gonna be like within like the same spectrum, I see. I'll also take in consideration the designs of the characters as well, because I like those as well. Okay, so we're gonna start with Shin Megami Tensei 1, which I have played. It's an interesting game. I actually quite enjoyed it a bit. It was different from what I thought it was gonna be. Every Shin Megami Tensei game seems to do their own thing, except for SMT 1 and 2. Although I have not played 2, I know a lot about it, but I have not played 2. I have played 1. So 2, I'm sorry, Shin Megami Tensei 1, we're gonna give it just a an A. I think it's a cool protagonist. I actually quite enjoy that old 80s futuristic style that they gave to his character. Just the design alone is cool as hell. I think it's kind of like, it's like in between a bizarre kind of like alternate reality thing, but at the same time it's still fairly cool and different. Like, if you think about it, you're like, yeah, I can get behind that design. Like, it looks pretty neat. I like the way that it looks and everything. So I think it's always kind of like a cool, neat thing to look at it, and you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a thing. Yeah, Joseph, this is gonna be a long list, so buckle up. It's gonna be a long one, right? So the next one that we have on the list is gonna be, for me at least, is gonna be Demi-fiend. Now, Demi-fiend is cool. I like the character. I think I actually love the design of like the tattoo, the glowing tattoos and everything like that. The only thing that I don't like about Demi-fiend is that stupid ass fin looking thing on the neck. I do not like it for some reason. I think it looks kind of dumb. I'm sorry. I just do. Really interesting protagonist. As it's one of the few protagonists that are like half demon, half human, or whatever. In fact, I feel like there's like only 2 of them in this list. And they're interesting. He's a definitely an interesting character. Not only is this one of the few games where the game doesn't actually go for the usual kind of like what do you call the usual chaos law, you know, instead you have like these reasons, and he's a different character that you can see like a different side. At the same time, he's an extremely quiet protagonist, because at least in main protagonist too much. And the funny thing is, a lot of the protagonists are silent, but I'm also kind of want to rank like their designs and everything. So I want to do an S for Demi-fiend. I really, again, love his character design. I think it's really cool. Easily one of my favorite character designs for Megaten games. So very different kind of stuff, but I definitely like what they did with the character. Alright, so moving up next, I want to go with Shin Megami Tensei 4. We're just going to do mainline, and then we'll continue with the rest of the other games, spin-off games and everything like that. And I'll be honest with you guys, fair warning, I don't remember some of their names. It's been a long time since I played some of these games, so fair warning there, okay? Flynn. I love Flynn. I actually love his character design. It's funny because at some point I remember when they announced Shin Megami Tensei 4, some people also thought he was gonna be a girl because of the long hair, which, if it sounds familiar, is because a lot of people think the same thing about the new protagonist for Shin Megami Tensei V. So it is funny that that was kind of like, oh, he has long hair, he looks kind of girly. Although he definitely doesn't look girly to me. It was like kind of a thing back in the day as well. I remember when Shin Megami Tensei IV was announced. Some people did think that long hair equals girl. So, so yeah, I love the style of the character because what happens with his character is he lives on this like pseudo what would you call it, like a pseudo world where it almost looks like medieval Europe, but it's really not. In fact, like the whole samurai thing and everything like that kind of is like really striking because their outfits don't look anything like samurai, but it also doesn't look like a warrior. I just love the designs. I think that they're really well made. I think that they did a very interesting like because he particularly looks nothing like any other main protagonist, especially his outfits. They're like so different, like character wise and everything. So I appreciate him a lot. I like his character design. Personality wise, he does get a little bit of personality, especially because he actually gets to be in 2 games, which is not the case for a lot of these games. Most of these protagonists only show up like once and you never see them again. Some exceptions, but he particularly he just gets more development on the second game. Like, although it's not a lot, it's still a little bit. Like, you can still like see him and everything. But so I love Flynn. I think his character design is cool. All right, so next one's gonna be, man, I'm playing this game and I do not remember his name, but when I give him an A, he is easily one of the characters with more personality. He's I'll say in the Shin Megami Tensei series, and that's probably not to his like good side, I think, because I don't find him to be like this. He's not a bad character per se, because he does have some cool aspects to him, but also he's like, there's a lot of things that the game just kind of pushes on you and everything, and this game is one of the games where it kind of almost feels like you have free agency, but at the same time the game itself is really pushing you in a specific direction, so you don't really feel like you're having a free will on that end, but at the same time that allows for more character development, especially the interaction between the different characters that you meet, because in a lot of Shin Megami Tensei games, they're pretty lonely games. Like, you kind of just walking on your own. Like, think of like Nocturne, for example. Nocturne is just like walking around. It's like you're on your own. Sometimes you talk to a demon, sometimes you talk to a human, but majority of the time it's literally just you walking and like being with yourself and with your demons or whatever. He, on the other hand, Akira is his name? I think is his name Akira? What the fuck is his name? I don't remember his name right now. Wow, it completely escaped me. What the fuck is it? It's not Akira. I don't remember his name. It escapes me. Shin Megami Tensei IV Apocalypse protagonist. He just gets a lot of like character interaction with a lot of different characters, and that kind of allows for like more like build up for his character. I wouldn't say he's really good. He's okay. Design wise, I actually don't like his design at all. I love the hairstyle. It feels like Nanashi. Yeah, Nanashi. Thanks, Ian. Thank you so much, Nanashi. Love his style. His hairstyle is cool as crap, but I don't like his outfits. I mean, you know, the thing about this game is you get to customize his character with a lot of different outfits, and they're all kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie. The only one that I like is like this Chinese looking outfit that he gets one time. That's like the one that I like. All of the other ones were just not good. I didn't like them at all. In fact, you get a football helmet and a football outfit, and that made absolutely no sense. Anyway, moving on into the next one, we have Shin Megami Tensei V protagonist. We can only judge him based on what he looks like, because we don't know the character yet, right? Like, we absolutely have no idea what the character is going to be like. We've seen like 3 trailers so far, and we just don't know enough about him to really rank him. But I love his outfit, like both of his outfits. I love the costume that he wears. Not custom, the uniform, for school uniform that he wears, I think is pretty cool. So I'm gonna give him an S because I like the style of the outfit. Everybody can rank them on their own. This is just my personal opinion on how much I like these characters. Remember, guys, ranking lists are all about how much you have a preference on this game. It's not like it's a really arbitrary kind of like list about like your personal preference on them. Anyway, so Devil Children games, they're okay. The I don't really like their customs. They just feel like really like Pokemon. Like they really looked at Pokemon and said, "How can we do this but worse?" That's how it feels to me. No disrespect for the artist or any of the work that went into these games, but I really don't like their designs. In fact, in the Devil Children game, what is it, like Game Boy Advance one that I played? I remember there is a time where Kid shows up, or is it DS? No, it's definitely Advance. He goes into the school and he's just obsessed with wanting to summon a demon. The entire like introduction to the game is him fucking up and summoning up a demon. Like that's just so weird. Like what 10-year-old is just like, who wants to go and summon Satan today, my friends? Just, and what library just has like a devil summoning book like just hanging around in the school? Like, oh, we're gonna go to the school to summon demons or whatever. I get there's like this like arcade that they played where you like summon demons and battle demons and stuff, but this kid is like obsessed with trying to summon a demon, which is insane to me. Anyway, moving along, we're gonna go with main protagonist from God, Jesus Christ, I even forgot the name of this game. Digital Devil Saga. Now this game is cool and I love the protagonist because, to be frank, he and this game particularly is one of the most Shin Megami Tensei games, but also one of the most non-Shin Megami Tensei games. It's like its own series on itself. It's very different from everything else they've done. It definitely surpasses Nocturne in a lot of the aspects. You can see Nocturne and what they did, but this game did everything but a little bit better in some aspects. Main protagonist and his crews, like there are interesting characters. They're all demons, and that itself just adds a layer of like, what will happen if you know, Nocturne is what will happen if one human became a demon or like half demon, and then these games are literally everybody becomes a demon. So what will that look like? So definitely great games. He's definitely an interesting protagonist, but there's a lot of cool stuff about him. Also, their custom designs are like futuristic but cool looking. Like I love the white hair and everything. Just the customs just look really cool. I love the style of those characters. Again, one of my favorite Shin Megami Tensei characters, I believe, as far as like custom wise and everything. They look cool. I like that. I appreciate that kind of stuff. Alright, so moving up next here, we're gonna go. Alrighty, so the next ones are gonna be the Devil Survivor main protagonist. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't remember either of the two main protagonist names. But they're definitely different kind of characters. We're gonna go with the first one. I actually like him quite a bit. I know I'm putting a lot of these on S and A, but I don't have like, I haven't played a single Shin Megami Tensei game that has been a bad game. I don't know if you ever play a game where you're kind of like, man, this game fucking sucked. I hate the main protagonist. I never really had an experience like that on Shin Megami Tensei. It's easily like one of those things where you kind of sit and you're like, yeah, I really enjoy the game. And the other thing is, a lot of these characters are silent protagonists, so the best you can come up with is how they look like, and two, as far as like their choices, because it's actually your choices. Like the entire game, the entire Shin Megami Tensei games are molded around your choices, what you choose to do in the game, which it kind of molds your perception of how you feel about them. You know, like if you play any game and you feel like, oh, the character motivations in this game were interesting, but at the same time, like the character motivations have something to do with you as the player and what you choose to do. Because anything's pretty much on, especially on the Desu games, because there is a lot of decisions and a lot of different endings. They have a lot of crazy endings in these games. So to an extent you could be like, oh, this game has pretty crazy endings, but at the same time, like, all these are possibilities that the main protagonist could do, and they're pretty cool. I do appreciate it. Some games have better endings than other games, and this one definitely had better endings than the second game. Now the second game had a thing where you could actually watch the anime as well, which I just reviewed. Kind of shameless plug right there, but I didn't really find the anime that good. I do love his outfit. I think it's cool. I like his outfit quite a bit actually, with the bunny ears and stuff. It's just this protagonist is just a little bit more boring. Like what they did in this game instead is the main protagonist friend has a lot more of the what he does more of the personality and everything, and he's just kind of there, like the main protagonist is there, and your friend it does like most of the, he's like super hyperactive and doing stuff and talking and everything, and it doesn't really balance out too well. Personally, that's how I feel about it. You guys can feel about it a different way. Shin Megami Tensei IV is a game that I haven't played yet, but I do love their school designs, and I love like the futuristic Nintendo Switch in the arms or whatever. I know it's the devil summoning program, but it looks really funny in the arm. It's just hilarious. I love that style because it's like it's cool and different. I appreciate that. All right, so the next one's gonna be what? Raidou, right? Raidou's gonna be an S for me. He gets 2 games of character development, which for one is cool because it's a lot, and 2, the games itself has just a specific style to him. It's like a very different kind of Shin Megami Tensei game again, and the whole world is cool, right? The 1920s, the 1930s Japan, kind of going through the transition of Japanese and like European style kind of combining together and everything. It's a pretty cool style, and I just love the way that his character looks and everything. His stories are ridiculous in like both in like how crazy they get, but also like how interesting like his family is. The Kuzunoha family is like, it was a crazy thing. And if you ever played any of the other Devil's Summoner games, they're all really interesting games. So definitely check them out. Not only just the Raidou games, but also the other Devil's Summoner games that I have not played at this time. So I can't rank them yet. This video was gonna be a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna be, but then I realized I haven't played some of these games, and I'm not gonna be rating the Shin Megami Tensei game, the Persona games. I'm sorry, the Persona characters. I'm sorry. Hey Exodus, how are you doing today? Thank you for coming in. And I guess the last character here, out of the ones that I have played, because it does feel like I haven't played enough of these games now that I'm looking at them, right? We got all the Persona characters, but I just did the Persona one, so it'll be kind of weird if I rate it again. Okay, so I like him quite a bit, actually. One thing is, you do get some personality, but this game feels more like a first-person thing, at least from the perspective of how it feels to you as a protagonist. One thing that I want to say is I love the Demonica outfit. It's really badass. I actually quite love the design of it. Like I even saw one that they did, which was a Jack Frost wearing a Demonica outfit, and he's just cool as shit. And I also love that they reference the outfits on Shin Megami Tensei IV and Apocalypse, because you literally get to wear one of them, one of the Black Samurai, which is that's what they call it, the Black Samurai outfit, and it's literally the Demonica outfit in black. And I love the design. It's super cool. It's easily one of the best, like, different, rare kind of designs. Like, it also feels really different, but it feels also like that 80s pseudo-futuristic world that they have built in the game, because there is a lot of parts on Strange Journey. Strange Journey is a little different kind of game because it's like it takes place on a different, like in a unrealistic future, if that makes sense. So their outfits and everything, it's just cool shit. I actually like that quite a bit. Decision wise, this game also goes through some really crazy and kind of almost scary decisions, and all the cast of characters that you meet on the way are kind of a little bit weird. They're all weird, but they're all cool. So yeah, I mean, like I know people like joke at him being like the Doom guy or like what is it, like Master Chief anime or whatever, but in reality he's a cool character. I actually like both his character design and the way that he looks. I think he looks pretty cool, pretty badass. So I can't rank any of the other people here because I have not played the other games, and I will feel kind of bad if I did, because it would be unfair to you guys if I gave you guys a rating on something I haven't played. So we're not gonna rate the other games. The ones here, the Persona games, are already ranked before, so I'm just gonna kind of leave a link if you guys want to check this out. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Ranking all the Shin Megami Tensei main protagonists that I have seen so far. I like them all. I don't think there's, again, like I mentioned before, I don't think that there's one that is bad or terrible. And I know a lot of people are like, oh man, he ranked them so high or whatever. In reality, I just never hated any of them. I feel like most of them are pretty cool. Outfit wise and design wise, there's no such thing as a disappointment when it comes to art design on Shin Megami Tensei. There's never been a character that I've seen I'm like, man, that is the shittiest design I've ever seen in my life. I think they're all like pretty cool and unique in some aspects, except for the Pokemon ripoff things that I have there on B, which I almost feel like putting them on C. Oh, did he like cut off or something like that? Is the stream's been going on for a minute now, Joseph. Did something happen? Did it cut off or something? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for coming, guys. You guys are all cool people. If you guys could like the video, that'll be cool, because I do want to get some views on this video. I don't know, the last two videos haven't like done super good or anything. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.